Alright, so what's going on, everybody? JA News, salute to you for tuning in. So it's the calm before the storm. We're now less than a day away from the big drop everybody's been waiting on. And no, I'm not talking Cardi, but today I do got some final words ahead of the big Nigel Sylvester brick by brick release. Plus, it also looks like Jordan Brand, they messed up big time, leaving sneakerheads speechless. Stay tuned. You're watching JA News. Let's go ahead and kick things off with some quick updates. So today we saw Nike release the latest colorway of the Air Zoom Spiridon. Now, I don't think anyone was expecting this sneaker to be like a hot seller or anything like that, but as far as this retro model from Nike's back catalog, when you kind of take a look at the entire Nike landscape, I would almost compare this to another retro from their back catalog in the Air Max Thunder, a model which we see a few collabs here and there, and then some of these more limited general release type of drops like this one right here, which I feel like serves its purpose. So according to Eldon Monitors, roughly somewhere around 3,000 pairs loaded up to the sneakers app. Now, as far as today's big drop, we did see Salehe Bembry and New Balance finally released the 991 V2 colors be the palette. Now, as far as this one right here, this was a release which right out the gate when we saw the very first teaser, sneakerheads seem to be rocking with this one. So it kind of feels like it's right up Salehe Bembry's lane. It almost looks like my boy took like a little hiking trip in the woods for the weekend, took some acid, came back and cooked these up right here. So as far as this one, a whole bunch of funky colorways, a very solid release, which we did see hit beasponge.com this morning. So as far as the details on this drop right here, you got the UK 991 V2, material mix of hairy suede mesh synthetic details, fuel length fuel cell midsole, semi-translucent absorb SBS pies, as well as reflective details. So a nice release from Salehe and New Balance. As far as this one right here though, not for the broke boys. After you add taxes and fees and everything like that, these joints are gonna hit you somewhere like around 300 bucks. So we'll see if these officially have a drop via New Balance, but for now it looks like we do still see some sizes available via beasponge.com. Oh, and of course they also threw in the little corkscrew midsole as well. So some very nice details on that one. And then a release reminder coming up tomorrow, we got the latest foamposite colorway. These are called Black and Volt. Now, as far as this drop right here, I want to see the same energy that you guys have for them Galaxy foamposites when it comes to this drop right here. But of course, you guys already know people always want a release that they can't touch. So as far as this one dropping the same day that the Nigels are releasing, are we gonna call this one a consolation prize? I would say this is a nice colorway for this classic Nike model right here. While I don't think we've ever seen them release this exact specific shade of green just yet, I feel like it's kind of reminiscent of some past releases. So a little bit of nostalgia, as well as kind of taking things into a new direction. So as far as this drop, it is going down tomorrow. It's competing against the Nigel drop. Again, some people would call this a consolation prize, but I feel like these are a solid release right here. So I think foams are running what, like 240? We'll see if people rock with those ones coming up tomorrow. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into today's fit of the day, which if you guys ever wanna be featured here in this segment, all you simply have to do is just tag me on the gram. But since we don't have anybody stepping up here to the plate, as far as today's fit of the day, it actually happens to come from legendary Atlanta rapper T.I., which when I saw this image floating around right here, I felt like we had no choice but to feature it here in today's segment. So I don't really have to get here into the details. Y'all see what's going on pretty much right here. He's rocking his wife's face right here on what appears to be like a shawl or whatever you want to call it right here. Now, I'm thinking my man must have got caught up like in a cheating scandal or something like that, trying to like save his face or something like that. But after doing a little bit of further research, we do see here that his wife, Tiny Harris, was actually recently awarded a $71 million jury lawsuit. So that's absolutely crazy right here. So the question of the day, rather than actually ranking this fit right here, I should ask all of you guys watching right now, would you rock something like this for $70 million? But of course, as for the fit of the day, y'all know what to do. Jump in the comments, leave your feedback, and with those quick updates out of the way, let's go ahead and get here into our main story, which this one right here, when this image hit the net yesterday, bruh, it left sneakerheads speechless. So what you guys are looking at right here, picture, you got the OG Jordan 1 Chicago in 85 form. Now you guys see what happened with the Bread 85 release this year. I felt like if these drop right here, we would expect to see the same type of pandemonium for a release like this. Maybe even possibly more, especially if they put in the same marketing efforts into it and made them limited and everything like that. Now, as far as this release, this joint hit the net yesterday. Everybody was going crazy about it. So the way that the story kind of came about. Apparently some photographer, he was at the Nike Jordan Brand campus. He saw these, he flicked it up on his Instagram stories. The story pretty much like caught like wildfire. These joints were shared across every single sneaker blog. People going crazy about these, only for the image to be then deleted. But it looks like Complex, they actually did a little research, digging a little deeper here into the topic. They reached out to Nike Jordan Brand, which of course they hit us with the little okey doke, talking about them joints are just a sample and they're not releasing. So if y'all want to believe that, you could believe it. But for me, I feel like, bruh, it would definitely make sense for these to drop now. Would they release this year? I don't think so. I mean, we got the Bread 85s already. Let's not forget about the Black Toe Reimagines. I mean, I don't even know if we'll count those because these are 85s we're talking about. We also got those Reverse Shadow 85s dropping as well. So as far as for next year though, I mean, I feel like it would line up perfectly, which we've seen them Royal 85s floating around as well. I think it would be perfect for Jordan Brand to hit us with two classic, iconic 85 breads, you know, to bring that hype back to the Jordan 1 and just remind everybody of how iconic and how great this silhouette is. So Nike and Jordan Brand are kind of claiming right now that these joints are not dropping. But if I was a gambling man, if I had to put my money on it, I would definitely say that these joints are coming. Well, I shouldn't really say like coming soon, but I would say definitely would line up with a 2026 release. Most definitely 2026 would definitely make sense. So my prediction, Royals, Breads, 2026 is about to go crazy for these right here. So let me know what y'all think about that one. Now, as far as tomorrow's big drop, I know this one got people talking. Jordan Brand claims it's not coming. They're doing damage control. But let's not forget, tomorrow we got the big drop. It's the calm before the storm. It feels like it's real quiet as far as this drop. Well, actually not, because we also did see Nike bless the folks in LA with a little sneakers pass. So salute for all local residents if they were able to secure their pair early. Now, for everybody else, we got a little word from a particular insider, Uncle Chrissy, which he usually seems to be pretty accurate when it comes to these stock numbers. He's saying 30,000 pairs loaded up for the sneakers app, which if you count like the boutiques, the retailers, the Nigel site, the allocation of stock to all of those different retailers, and then the sneakers app, pretty decent amount of these sneakers will be hitting the streets. Of course, so many have already been backdoored early. So many have already been finessed by resellers and scalpers. But I would say there's a decent amount of pairs of these to go around. So pretty much as far as tomorrow's drop, you know, the only thing I could say is good luck to all of you guys. We see our boy DJ Khaled. It looks like he's already secured his pair, rubbing it in everybody's face right here. But as far as this sneaker right here, I mean, this is the shoe that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. Every YouTuber, every sneaker blog is just constantly hitting you with coverage. So I'm just happy to see that this release will finally be over with. We can finally move on to the next drop, because you already know once that next hot sneaker comes, people are already going to be throwing out that sneaker of the year title. But as far as this one right here, I would say just off the sheer madness, just the talk, the hype and everything surrounding this release, you know, on top of the fact that it's a great looking sneaker, cool backstory and everything like that, I would say these are definitely deserving of that conversation. I'm not calling it sneaker of the year, but I'm saying it's definitely worthy of that conversation. So we're only in March. We got a whole more full year of sneaker releases to look forward to. We'll revisit that conversation later on this year. So as far as the Nigel drop, good luck to everybody trying to grab these. Again, roughly around 30,000 pairs loaded up to the app. So not too many to go around. I mean, 30,000 may sound like a lot, but as y'all know, just based off the demand, the amount of people talking about these, the resellers trying to flip these, you already know it's going to be a tough one. So don't get too caught up in the hype. You know, go for these joints. Hopefully you secured a pair through one of these raffles already. But yeah, go for these joints. If y'all love them, hopefully resale prices won't be biting too bad like that. So we'll see how it all goes down. JA News, appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.